Hello students, in today's session we are going to deal about the coordination compounds. So we have completed that D and F block elements and their properties and all. So now we are coming into the topic coordination compounds. So this topic is new for you, but it is very easy when compared to the remaining. Yes, so what do you mean by coordination compounds? A compound containing coordinate bonds between the central metal atom and the number of atoms or groups which are surrounded by that. Understand, children? So, a compound containing coordinate bonds typically between a central metal atom and a number of atoms or groups is called coordination compounds. If you see the introduction here, when a metal combined with other atoms, okay, the electron donating group, so that group is called a ligands. Yes, so metal when combined with ligand, that is called coordination compounds. When a metal combines with a ligand is called coordination compound. So ligand is a new term for you. I'm going to explain you later. Next, so these coordination compounds are represented in a square brackets. Understand, children? So whatever coordination compounds are there, they are represented in a square bracket. So here metal and ligand is present. So that should be enclosed in a square bracket. Now comes to what do you mean by ligand. A ligand may be a positive or a negative or a neutral species. A ligand may be positive, negative or a neutral species. Simply an ion or a molecule attached to the metal atom by coordinate bonding is called a ligand. So I said a metal joins, okay, metal has been combined with ligand. So ligand has to should be attached to the metal, right? So an ion or a molecule attached to the metal. So a ligand may be an ion or a molecule attached to a metal atom by coordinate bonding. Some bond should be present. So they are called ligands. So generally ligands are electron rich species which can donate an electron to a metal. Ligands are nothing but electron rich species which have a tendency to donate an electron to the metal atoms. Understand, children? So here metal will be a central, okay, M means a central metal atom. Yes, so this central metal atom mostly they may be from transition or D block elements. So these elements can form coordinate compounds. Understand, children? So the metal which we are using in coordination compounds, mostly they are almost every metal from transition or D block elements. Why only transition and D block elements are participating in the formation of coordination compounds? Because they are having a vacant d orbital. Okay, they are having a vacant d orbital. So what is the reason? Due to the presence of vacant d orbital, the transition metals or d block elements can form coordination compounds. Yes, so that is why they can form coordination compounds. So look at here, children, some examples. NaCl 4 times, okay, power 2 minus, and here copper NH3 4 times plus 2, and here platinum PT NH3 twice Cl. So here I said it one is positively charged, this is negatively charged, and it is a neutral atom. So in this, which one is central atom and which one is ligand? Okay, ligand. So here look at here, this nickel is a central atom, central metal, and 4, okay, Cl4 is there, no, this one is a ligand, and this is a whole charge. This total charge for this compound is -2. Next comes here, copper is a central metal atom and NH34 is a ligand. That means they are having ability to donate electrons. So here this is platinum, so this is a central metal atom, and here this is a ligand and this is also a ligand. Clear, child? Why we are having two ligand? In further classes you are going to understand clearly. So now you have a simple idea about what you mean by central metal atom and a ligand, right? So a ligand is always given some, it will be having some number. So who can a positive ion or a negative ion or neutral species which can donate an electron to the central metal atom. Yes, children? So next comes to some important terms which we are using in coordination compounds. So here some new terms are there. That one is central metal atom or central atom, ligand, coordination number and coordination sphere. So what do you mean by here? With this example, you should be knowing simply what do you mean by central atom, ligand, coordination number, and coordination sphere. So look at here, children. So central atom. Cobalt will be the central metal atom. Yes. And what do you mean by ligand here? This one, NH3. Ammonia is a ligand here. Yes. Next comes to coordination number. Coordination number is the total number of ligands attached to the central metal atom is called coordination number. So to this central metal atom, how many NH3 atoms are attached? NH3 total 6. So 6, coordination number is 6. Okay. Coordination number is nothing but the total number of ligands attached to the central metal atom are called coordination number. So the number which represents gives below this one is called coordination number. Next, coordination sphere is nothing but square brackets. Okay, this square brackets represent coordination sphere. So I said coordination compounds are always enclosed in a square brackets, and inside the square brackets we will be having a metal and a ligand and a coordination number 2. So what do you mean by coordination number, children? The total number of ligands which are attached to the central metal atom. That may be 6, 3, 4, 5, any number. And what about this plus 3? This is the total charge of this coordination compound. Okay, plus 3 is nothing but total charge of this compound. Yes, so these are the some important terms which we are learning in this topic. And next one comes to coordination number. Okay, coordination number which is denoted by in this lesson, that is a CN. It can be denoted in the form of CN, short form. So what do you mean by coordination number? Total number of ligands or a total number of donor sites. What do you mean by donor sites? Donor site is nothing but an atom which donate the electron. That is only ligand, no? So what do you mean by ligand? Ligand is nothing but which donate electrons to the metal atom. So coordination number means the total number of ligands or total number of donor sites. Donor sites is a new word again, don't get confused. Donor means giving. So what here it is, what it can give? It can give electrons. So donor site is nothing but atom which donate electrons. Yes, so look at here in this example, nickel Cl4, okay, minus 2. In this, what is the central metal atom? This one is the central metal atom and this one is the ligand. And what is the coordination number, children, here? This one is the coordination number. To the central metal nickel atom, how many Cl chlorines are added? 4. So, in this case, coordination number is 4. See another example, FeCN 6 times 4 minus. So here this one is the central metal, this one is the ligand, and coordination number. What I said about coordination number? The total number of ligands attached to the central metal atom. So how many cyanides are added? Cn 6. So coordination number will be 6. Clear? So you will be getting an idea about what you mean by central atom, ligand, and what do you mean by coordination number. Now comes to classification of ligands. Classification of ligands are nothing but how many number of electrons they are donating. So basing on that, it is of 3 types. Okay, how many electrons they are donating? Basing on that, it is of 3 types: monodentate, bidentate, polydentate. Mono means single, or you can say unidentate. Okay, mono means single. Single means it can be by name itself. You can say it can donate only one pair of electron, isn't it? It can donate only one pair of electrons. You can say monodentate or unidentate. Next comes to bidentate. Bidentate or didentate. Bi means 2, di also means 2. So who have tendency to donate 2 pair of electrons. It can donate 2 electrons. Okay, it can donate 2 pair of electrons. Next comes to poly. Poly means many. Poly means many. So who can donate more than 2 pair of electrons comes under polydentate. Okay, the ligand who can donate more than 2 pair of electrons comes under polydentate. So here another word, denticity. What do you mean by denticity? Denticity is nothing but number of electrons donated. Okay, denticity is nothing but electrons donor who are donating the electrons. Denticity. It may be a monodentate, bidentate or polydentate. So look at here example children, monodentate I said. So I minus, Cl minus, Br minus, OH minus, F minus, isn't it? And this some neutral atoms like H2O, NH3CO, NO, etc. who have a tendency to donate only one pair of electrons. So they are called monodentate or unidentate. Next comes to bidentate or didentate. What I said about bidentate or didentate, they have a tendency to donate two pair of electrons. Example, ethylene diamine. Ethylene diamine, which have a short form called EN. Okay, you can write ethylene diamine or EN or ethane 1,2-diamine. So the formula will be like this. Diamine, so NH2 NH2 were joined with CH2 CH2, diamine, ethane CH2 CH2 and 1,2-diamine. Okay, NH2 NH. This is the structure of ethylene diamine or ethane 1,2-diamine. Okay, so here how many sites, how many donor sites are there who can donate the electrons? Nitrogen. Okay, nitrogen, here 1, here 2. So that is why it comes under bidentate, who have a tendency to donate two pair of electrons or 2 electrons. Okay, here nitrogen can donate 2 electrons. That is why it is having 2 donor sites. That is why it comes under an example, bidentate or didentate. Another example we are going to see. Look at here. Next one is oxalate ion. Okay, oxalate ion also a bi or a didentate. It is also comes under bi or didentate. Example, formula is C2O4 minus 2. Okay, 2 carbons combined with 4 oxygens. These two are negatively charged. We said 2 minus, so 2 minus charges are there, which can represent in a short form as OX, oxalate ion OX. This is the oxygens which are present at the terminals can donate 2 electrons. So we are having 2 donor sites, 2 sites, here one and here one. So that is why it comes under bidentate or didentate. Understand children? 2 carbons joined with 4 oxygens, which are 2 oxygens were negatively charged and are placed at the terminal position. So the terminal oxygen atoms act as a 2 donor sites. Next comes to glycinate ion. Okay, glycinate ion, the formula is CH2 NH2 COO minus. COO minus. So here it can be represented in a short form, that is GLY, gly. Here who can donate electrons? This minus 1, okay, the terminal oxygen and the central nitrogen atom. The central nitrogen atom and the terminal oxygen atom. So by these two, okay, we are having 2 donor sites which can donate 2 electrons. These 2 donor sites can donate 2 electrons. And next comes to dipyridyl. Okay, dipyridyl, short form is DIPY. Short form is DIPY and the structure will be like this. The structure will be like this. So we are having 2 donor sites, nitrogen. Okay, these 2 nitrogens are going to donate 2 electrons. So these are the examples of bidentate. What do you mean by bidentate children? Bidentate is a ligand which can donate 2 electrons. Understand? Next comes to polydentate. Third type is polydentate. Poly means many. So who can have a tendency to donate more than 2 pair of electrons comes under polydentate ligands. Example is EDTA, that is nothing but ethylene diamine tetraacetate ion. So when we are talking about ethylene diamine tetraacetate ion, we have to represent it as EDTA whole to the power minus 4. Understand children? So the structure will be like this. I said ethylene, okay, CH2 diamine, So here diamine and tetraacetate ion. Tetraacetate means 4 acetate ions, CH3COOH. This one. Ethylene diamine, okay, ethylene diamine tetraacetate ion. So here if we calculate the density of an EDTA, means number of density means how many electrons it can donate. Here is nitrogen. How many nitrogens are there? 1, 2. And here terminal oxygens. How many? 1, 2, 3, 4. So this 4 oxygens can donate 4 electrons and these 2 nitrogens can donate 2 electrons. So 4 plus 2 total 6. So the density of EDTA is 6. So that is why it is called hexadentate ligand. Okay, hexadentate ligand. If it donates 5, pentadentate ligand. Okay, like that octadentate ligand. It will be given name based on the density. Okay, based on the density of the ligand. So how the structure we got? The structure obtained by replacing 2 hydrogen and acetate. Okay, we have replaced 2 hydrogen atom by introducing the acetate group. So these are the about introduction, only introduction we have given, and in next class we are going to deal about Werner's theory and all, which are very very important, and you have to understand this, what you mean by ligand, coordination number, central atom, coordination sphere, and what are the examples comes under ligands. Okay, how many types of ligands and all. So this is for today's class. In the next class we are going to take about Werner's theory and all. Thank you, children.